Hello friends, welcome again. I hope you are having a great day, and today I am talking to you about the newly launched DJI Wireless Mic 2. Now I have been using this Rode Wireless Go 2 for quite some time. Obviously it's complete twin transmitter, one receiver pack. So now I have a pretty idea in which direction all these companies are going. So basically these companies are kind of refreshing and updating the missing parts in the next segments, and that does not mean you have to go ahead and order every new version that gets launched. Same goes with the DJI Wireless. So I have created this excellent Excel sheet based on the knowledge, information, anything that I could gather, and this will be very helpful for you to decide which one out of these four should you buy. By the way, for Rode Wireless Me, it lies somewhere between Wireless Go 2 and Wireless Pro minus the recording features. So it lies somewhere between that. Now let me explain the format in which I have kept this sheet. On the left are the features, the list of features. On the top there is Rode Wireless Go 2, the first one, then Rode Wireless Pro, then DJI Wireless Mic, and then finally DJI Wireless Mic 2. And based on which category wins, I have marked them, basically highlighted the background of the text. So for example, Rode Wireless Go is going with the orange theme and DJI Wireless Mics are going with the green theme. So now based on what's more important to me, I have listed these features in top to bottom order. So the first part is dual transmitter. Yes, both of these model comes with dual transmitter, which means you can use two of these transmitters simultaneously and with just one receiver, so nobody wins there. The second part is built-in display. Again, both of these DJI wireless mics and the Rode wireless mics comes with this pretty small neat screen, so you are covered in both the sections. The third part being touch screen display. Rode wireless series does not comes with a touch screen display, but the DJI wireless mics comes with the touch screen display. The alignment is basically in the front, so that is something where you give the victory to DJI mics, and you can basically control your wireless mics with your touch screen display. So victory goes to DJI. Built-in mic, again all of the transmitters either by Rode or the DJI wireless comes with inbuilt microphone. You don't need to connect a separate mic. There's already an inbuilt mic if you want to use it. So okay, sorry for the interruption. I just realized after speaking continuously for 20 minutes, I saw the battery of my wireless mic was dead. So yeah, this is some problems of the wireless mics, and today we are talking about wireless mics. So what a coincidence. So that's what I was talking about. All of these systems do comes with inbuilt mic on the top. So if you want to use lav mics, it's all right. If you don't want to use, that's completely okay too. Next point, charging case. Now charging case is very important because these kind of cases obviously do not give you that charging option. I love DJI how they have done their whole charging case thing. They are compact, they are very easy, they are intuitive. You can carry them inside your bag and they are charging your these transmitters or receivers at the same time, and they support twice extra charge, which means basically once you are done, once you have completely drained your battery for your transmitters or receiver, you can charge them 2 more times. So DJI provides you options in both their Mark 1 Mark 2 model, while Rode Wireless Pro has also given you that option now, while the Rode Wireless Go does not even come to the charging case. So the victory automatically goes to DJI Wireless Mic, both Mark 1 and Mark 2. Next part is battery life, and that is very important because even though you get a charging case, you can go ahead and charge your wireless mic or your transmitters every now and then, but having extra longer battery life gives you that freedom of a utility and peace of mind that you can use continuously. So now Rode is having 7 hours of continuous usage as advertised by them, while DJI Mark 1 has 5 hours, DJI Mark 2 has 6 hours. Improvement, but again victory by default goes to both Rode. The next point here is internal audio recording. That is a very important feature because if for whatever reason you lose your connection between your transmitter and receiver, your audio clip are continuously getting recorded inside your transmitters, Both Rode and DJI supports these options in all of these 4 models. Now next is very important, audio monitoring via headphone jack. Rode Wireless Go 2 does not support that. Rest all other models support audio monitoring via your headphone jack. That's very important because for whatever reason, let's say you are using in a crowded area, a lot of other folks are using the same system and it works on wireless 2.4 gigahertz, which is a very common thin band being used freely by many other ecosystems, correct? If there is an interference or if the audio level which is coming out is not enough, once you go home, you go back and then you realize it's already too late. So it is something which is amazing if you are using a run and gun situation, if you don't have time enough to monitor immediately. So having that headphone monitoring is pretty important, a lot of time. Next thing is 32-bit audio float recording. Both Rode Wireless Go 2 and DJI Mark 1 supports only 24-bit, while Rode Wireless Pro and DJI Wireless Mic 2 supports 32-bit. Now why this is important is, for example, let's say you have your mic, you have a certain audio level, let's say minus 10 decibels, minus 5 decibels, 0 decibel, whatever. Suddenly you go ahead and scream, or you did not expect the audio to go beyond your set level. What happens is the audio gets clipped. You cannot recover that audio in almost all the cases. If you are having 32-bit audio, you can go in the post-production, get that audio level down from the internal 32-bit audio recording in the transmitter, and now you have your audio which was supposed to be clipped back. So that is where 32-bit plays a lot important role, and this has 32-bit, both DJI Wireless 2, Rode Wireless Pro. So by default, no one wins here. Now next very important thing is internal audio recording size. And Rode wins here by a mile because their transmitter can store for almost 40 hours without deleting everything or anything, while DJI only gives you 14 hours. Rode has around 32 GB of storage, internal storage, while DJI has 8 GB, so a big victory for Rode here. Next thing is auto on off when the case is opened. Now this is very important for me also, and most probably would be for you too. For example, this is a non-smart case, so we cannot even talk about it. Rode Wireless Go is out of the picture. But think of a scenario, you open your case, you get your transmitter out, you get your receiver out, and that is where they get turned automatically on or off depending upon when you get it out of the case. DJI Wireless Mic 2 has this option, which is amazing. It saves your time rather than going at the bottom and clicking a button and then waiting for the lights to turn on and then syncing, etc, etc. So having that one step ahead, reducing that one step for the content creators would be very useful on the field, because you will be saving time, at least some time and hassle on using this feature. So I love it that DJI Wireless 2 has provided that feature. And I believe Rode Wireless Pro also has it in their receiver. When it's connected to camera, it gets, I think, turned on or off depending upon when you turn your camera on or off. But I believe having this feature in the case itself is pretty amazing on the first place. Next part is wind muff. All of these wireless mic companies are providing these wind muff, which is very important in the windy situations. So nobody wins here, basically everybody wins here. Next very important part is, can you have the wind muff attached and storage inside the case? You can do that on both the Rode Wireless Go 2 and Wireless Pro, having wind muff attached and going inside the case, including the Wireless Pro, which is, by the way, the charging case. But you cannot do that with the DJI wireless mics, both Mark 1 and Mark 2, because their cases are compact. Now this is important because even though it's a very small step of attaching these wind muffs, but having that option on the first place gives you multiple benefit. Number one thing, you don't have to get rid of wind muff basically and use it again, get it back on when you use it again, right? So one step, extra step is completely removed when you use Rode ecosystem. Second step is, you don't have to remember of keeping you can obviously keep it in your home and forget it when you go out. So having it attached pretty much gives you the surety that you will have wind muff for sure. Now the next part is noise cancellation. So DJI Wireless Mic 2 has introduced noise cancellation, which is pretty important. You might say, no, it's not, because I can go ahead in post and reduce that noise in my post. But remember, there are many content creators who are on the field, who are reporting something, who are live streaming, who are into, tech fests, etc. They might want to, use a live platform where they cannot edit it, or maybe want to immediately get the content out. Having that noise cancellation present on board gives them that ability to reduce the noise on the spot, on the go. That victory goes to DJI Wireless Mic 2 here. The next part is smartphone adapters. So all these, smart wireless mics are having USB-C, which you can use to directly connect to your mobile phone. For example, this wire, I believe it's Rode SC15, if I'm correct. You can use USB-C to USB-C port directly to your mobile phone. It will recognize it and start using this wireless mic rather than mobile phone's onboard microphone. Now, for that, you need to purchase an extra cable. You need to maybe purchase iPhone's lightning adapter. DJI gives you 2 adapters inside the pouch, inside the box, which makes it very easily to just clip in your receiver and have it immediately attached to your smartphone. So that is a big victory, I believe, for DJI, for making it less hassle and not forcing us to buy another cable. The next part is Bluetooth connectivity. For Rode, there is no such thing as Bluetooth. If you want to connect it, you have to use either USB-C or you have to use the headphone out, the audio out, aux out, whatever you want to call it. Rode has, that's pretty much it what Rode has, but DJI Wireless Mic 2 has Bluetooth inside it, which basically means you can use their transmitter to connect directly to your mobile phone or other plethora of their ecosystem. Now, why this is beneficial is, if you are into DJI ecosystem, you might be using their Osmo Pocket 3. You can use that transmitter to connect it with Osmo Pocket 3 directly without receiver. You can use that transmitter to connect with your Osmo Action, their Action Cam. Now let's think of a scenario. You are outside, you are recording something maybe in a rainy season, or there's dust, etc. These receivers are not waterproof. You don't need to attach this receiver. Use the Bluetooth to connect directly to the transmitter with your Action Cam. So that is one of the scenario where that gets a lot of useful. Another reason can be your battery is out for the receiver, so you can directly use it with your transmitter if you are using mobile phone. So again, having that feature is good. It's not important to have it in this wireless mic category, but having that feature is already good enough. So DJI wins here. The next part is app. Rode has its app where you can tweak the settings, you can customize the settings for wireless transmitters, receivers, etc. via app, which is very convenient for me. I get to see at a single point. I get to download the recordings when I connect it to my desktop. That is where Rode wins. DJI does not have any sort of app, so obviously a victory for Rode here. Now, timecode sync. This might not be very important for many other people, but might be important for few folks out there. Only Rode Wireless Pro has the timecode sync inbuilt. Their timecode sync clock is pretty accurate, and you can go in post and sync those your clips basically. So Rode Wireless Pro wins here, obviously. The next feature which these companies are starting to push out is Inbuilt-mic in the receiver too, which basically means is this transmitter has the mic. Now the receiver will also start having the mic. So for example, if it's a 2-person setup, so basically what does that mean is transmitter also records the audio, receiver also records its own audio, and if you are using 3 of this whole setup, so 2 transmitters and another receiver, so now all of them are recording simultaneously. But DJI Wireless Mic 2 comes with that feature, so I should give the point to DJI Wireless Mic 2. But since Rode also has something in their ecosystem, so if somebody wants that, they can go ahead with that. Size. Rode are using that same big square size, which is not too big, but is still DJI shoving off some of the top bezels, having the smaller size gets that victory there. So having the smaller size at DJI gives them that point here. DJI wins in terms of size. Now magnetic clips. If you are into Rode system, you have to use in their usual clip, you put that bracket on top of the clip so that now this is metallic because this is plastic, and now you have a piece of magnet which they provide you so that you can use it to connect it magnetically. DJI has these clips made out of metal only itself, so you don't need another metal bracket to attach on top of that. So my point will definitely go to DJI here. Now multiple color options, I don't feel that is very important, but DJI Wireless Mic 2 offers you white and black, so maybe if you need it, you have it in DJI Wireless Mic 2. Finally, the price. All of them are almost the same price. The Rode Wireless Pro 2 was, I believe, launched around $400, but they also offer you those two lav mics. Basically, all of them are at the same price, so I would not give any of them any benefit here. Depending upon where you live, the offers might be difficult. So pricing wise, nobody gets an advantage here, but Rode Wireless Go is now getting old. Same goes for DJI Wireless Mic, so you might get a lot of offers in these models. So yeah, that was my comparison, and I hope this can help you to decide which out of 4 meets your requirement, suits your requirement, and based on the price and offers you can make a decision which one to purchase. Now I have been using Rode from more than a year now. I have not faced any issues so far with them, and I have heard very good things about DJI wireless mic systems too. So I hope to someday try it out. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied and I'm pretty confident you can go with any system and you will get the best that's out there in the price range. So I hope that was very helpful to you, and I wish you a great day, a great year ahead. And if you loved this, if you find any questions, or if you have any queries, or if you feel I have given any wrong points here, please mention them in the comments. I would love to place them, pin them, so that everybody can benefit it. And if you love this video, please share some love, give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. See you again. See you soon, guys.